Come in.
Excuse me, ma'am.
They're very serious looking. Also, you three are, I guess, also...
Galleon Militia Enlistee Welkin Gunther, reporting for duty.
Ma'am, Galleon Militia Enlistee Alicia Malkiot, also reporting for duty.
I'm Captain Eleanor Varrot, commander of this regiment. Gunther, you're promoted to lieutenant. You'll be leader of Squad 7 now.
Ma'am.
Enlistee Melchiot, you're promoted to sergeant. You'll be under the lieutenant's command. Understood?
Ma'am.
What do you know? It is you. Nice coincidence, huh, Welkin?
Valdio? I
Valdio.
had no idea that you'd enlisted.
I don't have a choice. That's
Now
part
that
of
there's a
our
real
country.
war going on, I joined up. Pretty much all the officer and training boys are here just like you.
You know each other.
Yes, ma'am. We knew each other at university. Welcome was in science and I was in archaeology.
That certainly won't play a factor
And
in
just
later in
look
this
at us
game.
now. No archaeology or science. Looks like the two of us are studying war, I guess.
Looks that way. It's good to see you.
And you.
I
That'll
totally
all
won't
for
be a
now.
pain in the
There's
ass
a
later.
strategy briefing later today, but you still have time for you to catch up. You'll be spending a lot of time on the post and in Randgreaves. They'll be your new home, so get to know them. That'll be all. Report back in time for the briefing. Until then, you're dismissed.
Also, the female skirts are ridiculous. These members of Squad 7. Training units to improve their combat ability. R&D facility. Book mode. Change equipment. View info on the members of Squad 7. So we'll go through each one of these individually. We'll start at the top, work our way down. Alright, we haven't met these two yet, but these are also going to be part of my commanding officers that have commander points. Alright. I don't have anything else here, so I'll just skip this. Alright, we're going to choose some people to be cool with.
It's good to see you doing the rounds. This is the command room. Use it to structure your squad. You will have access to both drafted and volunteer recruits. Now that I think of it, Squad 7 is still short on soldiers, isn't it? I'll explain how this works. This is the master list. The recruits have all been assigned classes based on their talents. I should probably touch on the 5 classes, just so we're clear. First off, you have the scouts. Just like the name suggests, they'll be your eyes. Their best asset is their mobility. They can go out, collect intel, then make it back safely. That, and a keen eye for enemies. A good scout can spot a man in tall grass from 100 yards. That comes at the price of firepower. Their job is spotting enemies, not taking them out. Next up, the shock trooper. They're the ones to break through enemy lines and clean up. They offer excellent offense and defense. As far as combat goes, they're as good as it gets. While they lack any specialized techniques, they also don't have any obvious shortcomings. Think of them as the least finicky unit in your squad, Lieutenant. After them, we have Lancers, then anti-tank units. They're critical when facing armored targets. Their purpose is pretty self-explanatory. In most cases, they're the only way to stop a tank. They're also well shielded from explosives, which conveniently includes tank mortars. Sadly, they're slow and weak to gunfire. Their limited ammo could also be called a drawback. Changing gears, we have the engineers. They handle supplies and perform combat support. They can restock other units' ammunitions, treat the wounded, even repair tanks on site. They can place sandbags for cover, disarm mines, repair towers, you name it. Their actual combat skills are very low. Think of them as combat facilitators. Lastly, we have the snipers. They can shoot down targets from a considerable distance. You won't find better soldiers for marksmanship and range. They can hit targets I can barely see. Sniping rifles also come with scopes that work to augment a sniper's natural eyesight. Drawbacks include low mobility and defense. If the enemy gets them alone, they're done for. That should cover the basics. Go ahead and put a squad together now. There's room for 20, and you...
So this is, unfortunately, this is going to be, so this is, they're going to start to introduce, these things that are their bonuses. So, for instance, standing in grassy fields helps them relax, enhances their defense. Tight spaces, like trenches, create a suffocating feeling. That's a negative. Having a woman around man makes someone look good, makes shooting with greater accuracy. That means that if I put him together with, say, oh boy. Fancies men, oh boy. Fancies women, oh boy. So, yeah, I gotta go all the way down. We got other people here as well. So, this character right here is a character from, I believe it's called Trails in the Sky or something like that. There's a couple characters like that that come from the Trails series. I think he might be one of them as well. Alright, there, I got 20.
Well, feel like you've struck a balance? Come back anytime you'd like to adjust your squad. As time passes, we'll have more recruits to choose from, so keep an eye on that list. Oh, and all the recruits go through training together, so they're all ready for combat. They'll be at the same level as the rest of the team you've taken into the... You can swap out members without the worry of losing the benefit of their experience. Trust in your own judgment and pick a team you know you can work well with. That should be enough to get you started. You can figure out the rest as you go.
Wow. Squad leader's a lot of responsibility. Come to think of it, Valdio's heading up Squad 1, isn't he? I wonder if he's off sorting through this stuff now, too. I'd better get a move on.
Not sure I have enough experience to do this, but we're gonna try.
Welcome to your worst nightmare. I'm the guy who's gonna whip you lazy blobs into shape. Still, I can't work miracles here. No amount of drilling beats real combat experience. I want you all to go out there, kick some imp tail, and then show me what you learned. I will train that experience into something you can actually use. Level you bums up. But don't go trying to hog all the glory. A squad's a team, and we got no need for stars. You will train as a class and level up by class. Scout level 2, Scout level 3. When the scouts level up, that means each and every one of them goes up that level. You hear me, maggots? Any of you think he's better than the rest of the team, go home now! All right. Now I'll show you lowlives how this whole thing actually works. It ain't complicated. First you go out there and fight, then divvy up that experience here. Once the experience you cram into a soldier class clears a set amount, picking which class to level up and when is your job as...
Hooray.
Train all you want.
Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So these guys can all go up to 1.
Fight the bullet! No pain, no gain!
Yay!
Good work, maggots! Looks like that session beat a new potential out of the Lancers. beat a new potential out of the snipers.
Alright, so I have enough for one more level up, it looks like. So, of course, the units that are probably worth the most to you are the most, you know, it would cost the most amount, you know, to level up. Who do I want to level up? I think we'll go Scouts or Shock Troopers. I don't really think I need another Lancer. We'll do Shock Troopers since they're more expensive.
I got no use for tears. Good work. Looks like that session beat a new potential out of the Shock Troopers.
Alright, sweet.
Got it? That's how training by class works. Oh, and there's one more thing to add. Sometimes leveling up a unit class will unlock a hidden potential in them. You can think of potentials as the natural abilities your soldiers have inside them. Those abilities will form a big part of your strength in the field, so keep them in mind. Other times, leveling up a class will earn you clearance for a new order. Here, as long as we're talking about it, I'll teach you a classic, a real golden oldie. Orders are special commands you can give out as the squad leader. They can save your tail. It doesn't take a genius to see that leveling up your soldiers is the best way to beef up your squad. The soldiers will get stronger. All that just from me working you sorry bums into the dirt. I just hope you maggots are ready for a real workout the next time I see you here.
Hooray.
Welcome to R&D, man. What can I do you for? Wait, I know that insignia. You're Lieutenant Gunther, aren't you? I knew it! Man, I've heard about you. That evacuation at Brule was just... protecting a tiny life in the middle of all that slaughter? Man! Oh, Lieutenant, you're good people. You get all my respect and then some, bro.
What's going on, Leon? I could hear you from clear across the hangar.
Oh, Casey, check it out! It's Lieutenant Gunther! He's the man!
Sorry about him, Lieutenant. He's like this all the time, I'm afraid. But where are my manners? I'm Kreese Cherney. I'm training here as a mechanic.
Kind of like Chris, but with a Cree instead of a Cr.
Oh, and I'm Leon Schmidt, but just call me Leon, bro. I'm your boy.
I'm your boy, bro.
So, Lieutenant Gunther, what brings you down to R&D today? We do work here on weapons development, making upgraded weapons and equipment.
And that includes rifles and machine guns. We can even soup up your tank. Of course, research expenses aren't cheap.
With rifles and other firearms, we'll mass-produce new models as they're developed. You won't have to worry about making enough for your squad. We'll outfit them.
For tanks, you can upgrade the baseline performance of the body itself, or develop optional parts that you can add on to tweak out its specs.
Right. You can choose which optional parts you want in the tank equipment section. Come in any time and make adjustments based on the needs of the operation at hand.
Tank happens in the form of body enhancements, treads, and weak point improvements. Body enhancements mostly reinforce the gun barrel, body armor to improve its base stats. Things will automatically given the best body type as you develop them. So whether to favor attack or defense, altered body types give you tank a different outward appearance, improving the treads and weak points and attack support take the form of parts that can be added to the tank to enhance their abilities. Each part has a size piece in blocks. You decide how to fill the 4x3 block, storage capacity of the Edelweiss, pick optional parts that best fit your own personal combat style. Yeah, let's take a look at tank first. I don't have anything cool. Alright, we're gonna develop some weapons here. Each unit has their own set of weapons, so... Alright, so this is just an accuracy boost to the... 500... 500... 700... 500... Can't do this one yet.
Sorry.
Not there yet, bro. Uniform upgrade gives extra defense, so we're gonna do that.
Here you go, bro.
I'm just gonna upgrade everybody's equipment since I have the money right now.
Here you go. Whew.
Did that one. Did this one already. Right, and we'll go the Edelweiss now. I'm sure these are going to be more expensive. Yes, they are. Significantly more expensive. Alright, that'll be enough for that. These are block sizes. I don't care about that. Alright.
Here you go.
Okay, pretty sweet. It's okay, we're good.
Well, sir, was that helpful?
Sure was.
We're working here around the clock to make possible tomorrow what's out of reach today. Come again a little later. We'll do our best to have something useful for you by then.
Hooray!
Yeah, you better come back soon, bro. I am all fired up to work on stuff for you.
Alright, and that'll bring us back to the book mode. Turn to book mode. That's fine. Headquarters now available. About headquarters. You can use the experience points, funds you've acquired in battle to train your troops. Yes. Alright, let's just get through some more cutscenes, and then we'll save before the next battle.
Welks. There you are. I've been looking for you.
Hey, Ace. How'd your enlistment go? No problems?
I registered as a tank pilot and mechanic. Maintaining and operating the Edelweiss will be my responsibility from now on. I think it's nice that we'll all be on the same squad together. I think so too.
So what are you up to now?
The tank's hangar space is just through here. I was just carrying some Ragnite fuel back. It's used to power the tank, and also for the turret-mounted cannon rounds.
I guess I'm just more used to seeing it in street lamps and medical compounds.
Seems like everything is Ragnite-powered these days. That stuff is everywhere. Not enough of it for some people, though. It's the source of a lot of conflict.
They say the Empire's invading only to get at all the Ragnite in Gallian soil.
Oh, that's right. I had something to give you, Welks.
What's this?
It's a gun.
Father's flare gun. It was in the barn, but I thought you might have some use for it.
Another hand-me-down.
I gave it a once-over. It might be old, but it's still serviceable.
I didn't mean... I just can't believe I'm a tank operator now. Thank you for this, Ys.
I'll do a spot check on the Edelweiss now, to make sure it's ready to go at any time. Alright, we'll get going for now then. See you later.
See you later.
I'll cut to the chase. Here's your mission. The Great Vassal Bridge was just taken by the Empire. It's a key strategic position.
The Great Vassal Bridge?
It's a major drawbridge crossing the canal in Vassal, just outside the capital.
That bridge is a part of the Central Transit Artery, leading into Randgreaves. Our mission is to take it back.
Nothing like a narrow passage to make my life hard.
The Empire has been running a blitz, with their shock troops outrunning their defense. Our 3rd Regiment will retake the bridge before defensive reinforcements can arrive.
How quaint. The militia holding a little strategy meeting of its own.
Okay, thank you.
How long were you planning on hiding out in here, Verrot?
I don't know, DiMaggio.
My apologies, sir. We'll depart soon.
Whatever. They're just country mice. It's not like they'll be much help.
More help, perhaps, than your army unit that couldn't hold the bridge in the first place.
Hey!
Regardless, Vassal remains a critical position.
Well, all good. See that you do.
Who was that?
General Damon, commander of the Central Forces.
Central Forces? That's the army branch the militia was folded into, right?
That's right. They say the general's an aristocrat. He looks down on the common militia.
That doesn't make any sense.
Right. Now that the war's begun, we all need to band together and fight to keep Gallia safe. Who cares at this point whether you're in the army or the militia? It's ridiculous.
Honestly.
Gentlemen, let's return to the mission. We'll begin by taking back the Western Bank to gain a foothold for reclaiming the bridge. Lieutenant Gunther, I'm assigning Squad 7 to this mission. It's your first maneuver, so be smart.
Yes, Captain.
The other squads are on patrol. Stay sharp, and be ready to help take back the bridge. I'm counting on all of you out there. Now move out.
Yay! Skirmishes are now available. Unlike those within the main storyline, the battles fought under skirmish tabs may be played any number of times. Perfect for amassing experience and research fees. Try them if you're feeling underpowered. Press the Y button to open up the menu and then choose skirmishes from the tab, select menu, blah blah blah. There's added as you progress through the main plot. The difficulty of each skirmish can be freely said. Be careful not a pot battle. Soldiers lost during skirmishes can still die, so don't let them die. Let's just take a quick peek at that. Oops, I did the wrong thing. Menu. Tab select. Skirmishes. I'm pretty sure the only skirmish available to me is the first mission that we did, which isn't going to issue a lot of experience, so we're not going to worry about that, I don't think. At least not right now. And we'll worry about that at a later date. I'm going to save right now, because I've... Excuse me. Oh, yep. Good. It's saved. And I will cut the episode here. When we come back, we will be doing, I guess, Chapter 3. So until then, I hope you guys have a good one.